it's apparently very quiet. Am I coming through very much loud and clear?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear, and so keep it up at that level, and it'll be fine. Go ahead.
All right. In all things, call upon the name of the Lord, and without prayer unto God through his only begotten Son, do not thou undertake to do or think anything. Aphorism 2, the Arbatel of Magic. Mysterious tomes of ancient and half-forgotten lore, forged in secret by unknown hands, revealing to those souls brave enough to read them the great and terrible truths of the darkest magic. Such concepts are surely the stuff of mere fantasy and occult fiction. Yet in 1575, at a Swiss publishing house, a short yet powerful book came into public existence. Titled Arbatel de Magia Veterum, or Arbatel of the Magic of the Ancients, it is more commonly known by the simpler yet enigmatic title, the Arbatel of Magic. Little is known about the creation of this work, and less still about the mysterious author, or even precisely when it was written. Although it is unlikely to have been written earlier than the mid-16th century, due to the nature of its contents and some internal references to the works of Paracelsus. Unknown, too, is the precise meaning of the word Arbatel. Arthur Edward Waite, in his book of ceremonial magic, assumes that the title is derived from the Hebrew name of an angel, which he surmises must have revealed the book's magical knowledge to its author. Others have suggested that it is a form representing the Tetragrammaton, due to its similarity to the Hebrew word Arbotim, meaning fourfold, and Ad, or God. Another idea is that it is the author's pseudonym, or perhaps even the Arabian word for divine.
Alrighty, everyone. So one of my friends asked me what the little houses were behind me on the shelf over there. I have taken them down, and I was going to show you. There was some time, maybe right before the Koovies, before Dr. Fakey's Koovies, that he set loose on the world so that he could act as the savior. Before that pandemic, I was getting deeply involved in being a crafting DM. So I had made a bunch of pieces for one-shots, and I was working on trying to learn like the techniques of being a crafting DM. And then we got interrupted with so there's a couple items that I had crafted. Some I didn't finish, some I did. Anyway, so I'll show you what I got here. And I was doing them, I was working them with different like cardboard plates. So the basic idea was I would make a cardboard base, and I think I threw most of those out. I might still have them, I don't know. Anyway, so I made these cardboard bases that were terrains, and let me see if there are any left. No, it doesn't look like there are. So, you know, as a crafting DM, I know that if any of you guys do it, then you realize that space management is a huge thing, like storage of the items. So, turn that down a little bit. So, a bunch of pieces I just tossed, but I put quite a few hours into these. So these little houses I kept, and a couple of other items that I was working on I kept. Let's have a look. So this one was going to be a ruins with a portal, and I was going to use that for hiding a monster in. So of course it's the classic foam bricks chopped up with a sliced to size with an X-Acto knife, and then the base was going to be flocked. So the whole construction's cardboard. One big problem you find with cardboard is that it warps a little when you throw some paint on it. So anyway, so these were corridors and hallways. I had a couple of sets that I had made with some sponge on there. I had a whole box full of these that I was using for dungeons. So there were square ones and long ones, and then, you know, ones with angles and stuff. So that were those there. Then I started trying to make walls. I think I made a few better walls than this one. This one didn't get finished. But the walls were for outdoor stuff. So they would be the foam, carved, and then painted gray, black and gray. And then typically throw some flocking on there. So these were just some unfinished pieces that remained. I started to try my hand at miniature painting. I did this a little bit when I was a kid, like junior high, but I never really got good at it. And so I picked up a couple sets of paints and some basic minis that came with the sets. I think they were those little box sets. Focus. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't finish this guy. I finished some wolves, but everything's stored away now. So this was just some stuff that I had sitting on the shelves that I had meant to try to finish up. There's a pirate, so gives you a little bit of scale. This is a regular, I think, 28 millimeter mini. So he doesn't have a base. I mean, I was gonna put him on a better base, but he's up here on a pillar right now, just chilling. So yeah, so that's that. And yeah, so the person who had asked me had actually asked me about these little houses. And these little houses I put a lot more effort into. I was trying to develop a good quick technique for making houses, and I wanted them to be kind of Oriental style, like Chinese styled, or I was going to go with like a local campaign, which the colors here in Beijing are oftentimes this dark red, gray, and then green roof tiling. So I had gone out and looked at a lot of buildings, took a lot of pictures, and yeah, so I was going with that type of style, a little bit of an Asian flair there. The base for this one I thought turned out pretty good. It's just got a basic wooden floor. That way it's usable as a play terrain. So you'd set it up with, like, say, some outdoor pieces. I made a bunch of outdoor pieces too. And yeah, I was going to put some flocking on it, maybe some stones around there. And then I was trying techniques with wood. I think that's foam as well. I think I pretty much went with foam on everything. Of course, it's set on cardboard, which means there's a little bit of warping. So yeah, that was one house. That was one of the first houses I did. But I was basically just trying to go for speed so that I could whip out. I wasn't going for a big amount of perfection and detail, just something that would look decent on the table. Wasn't super stoked on the way the color flowed on that one. So I tried this little battlements wall, and I was a lot happier with the color combinations, you know, just cheap acrylic paints. Wasn't super happy with the stone work on this, but again, I was just kind of going for speed. So this is like a wall that would be used as like part of a town wall. I made a few of those. I think this is the only one I have left. Again, you know, storage is a big thing. So just crafted out of cardboard and then painted with acrylics. The bridge I was kind of happy with. I had this bridge between two hills, and it was a choke point. So the bridge was meant as a choke point. It was a rope bridge, and originally I had just made a long piece of bridge, and I was going to cut it into 3 sections And then I just decided to go with like a different scheme, a little gap between two, I think it was a chasm or something. I've used it a couple of different ways in a couple of different games. But yeah, I thought it turned out all right. It's just, I think it's, I don't know, like toothpicks cut up, then just some regular sticks. All right, so that was kind of fun. This one I thought turned out all right. I hadn't finished it, but I was going with a different technique on it. So again, let's see the scale here. This would be like a shed, maybe. Pretty good size scale. And then I had a base for it as well. And was going with a little bit different technique on the roofing with panels, supplies. So this one only took me about 20, maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes or something to throw together. So I was going with that foam board, and then the super thin cardboard. And then just the main goal here was just to see how fast I could get little houses done. This last house I didn't finish as well. This one's was my little favorite, little wizard shack. Done again in the Oriental style. I think this was kind of towards the end of COVID. All of this was done just prior to the pandemic and during and after the pandemic. So this one was going to be, or is, a little wizard shack, a little wizard's hut, and it was going to be in a forested area. I think it seems like I used it once, or didn't use it once, but had written up a one-shot for it, as part of a campaign. And I was kind of happy with the brickwork, the wood interior. There's going to be a little stone circle there with a potbelly fireplace, and then you pop it open, and the wizard's inside. He's inside there chilling, doing his magic. So again, with some bushes probably and some flocking, might look pretty good. The roof on top, again with storage. These things keep getting broken off, and then I put them back on with some glue and stuff. And then I tried to come up with like a better this style type roof beam, something a little more hardy. But things get displaced with the Coovies, thanks to Dr. Fakey. So that's pretty much it. Those are the little houses that sit behind me, and I'd like to finish this one up at least. And who knows if we'll ever get to socializing and playing games again, but you never know. I'll leave it there for today with a little cell phone stand. So getting into the cardboard and hot glue, was kind of fun. Like, you can make all different sorts of organizers and stands and stuff. These work really good for tarot card stands. When you're doing and reviewing your tarot, you can use those to set them up. This one was an attempt at a little wand stand, or a stand for your athame in ritual work. Yeah, so fun times. Here's a little table. The tables, I had made up about 5 or 6 tables, and just use them in different places. I had a bar scene, a tavern that was pretty much just a flat piece of cardboard painted to look like the floor plan, and then just with items. I think I had a box full of accoutrements, barrels, and different tables and stuff, chairs. Yes, indeed. So this was my magnum opus here, but I didn't get it finished. I thought it was going to probably turn out really good. I had refined my technique at this point, and so I was kind of happy with the direction that I had achieved in the wall coloration. So it would be a similar type coloration as the wall there, like with green roofing, dark red trim, and then like plaster gray. But it seems like I had more wood on this one. So yeah, you would have the plaster gray underneath, within the wood paneling would be trim gray, trimmed in red. Probably the same style door with like a red wood trim and then a yellow door. So that's the direction it had gone. I hope you enjoyed this presentation of a crafting DM with Frank Monday. I hope y'all good looking, happy people, staying sexy, doing well out in Happy Land. You guys know I love you. Have a happy Sunday, and I will see you in the future. Bye for now.